Started out on live, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the site faded, I had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing loss to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sippin' Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. New Zealand vibes, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Rolling, rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name. Jack and crypto profits, life just gets sweeter. Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. So here's to the journey, no regrets in sight. Each laugh and each tear, it's a beautiful fight. Keep the wave rolling, let the good vibes flow. We're the givers, together in the show. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. Script is how we play a game. From start to the next time, we're chasing fame. With the gear behind me, changing scenes. So through the internet, living out the dream. Got my acoustic strum, curing and chill for our cracking jokes. We'll stop the thrill. In the end, the kiwis, we ride the waves. Our host streams phone, no better days. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme.
Hello, the internet. It is Saturday, the 15th of August, 2026, and welcome back to the channel. We have a number of things to discuss today on the stream. Of course, you might notice the stream chat is mine. I'm using my own chat now. It's finally working. I want to talk about how I got there and what that means going forward in terms of what I'm using to populate my chat channels or chat panels. Now, I also want to talk about, so we are going to be discussing on the stream, we're going to talk about the Global Livestreaming Alliance as spearheaded by beamstream.gg. This was an announcement that came out earlier in the week. Now, why do we want to talk about that? Because one of the platforms that did get announced as on the Alliance was Pill.net. Now, why would that be interesting? I'll tell you why. It's because about a day or two before Beamstream announced this Global Livestreaming Alliance, they also announced that they acquired Pilled. So the question there is, how can it be an alliance of like-minded platforms if one owns the other one? Beam owns Pilled and they're an alliance? No, they're one. But anyway, we want to talk about that. We want to also talk about why Velora, my chosen home, is not in the alliance at this stage. And we do have a live stream that Corey did, Corey being the founder of Velora. He did a live stream titled, well, the thumbnail is Beam Cooked. The CEO's ego, no transparency, bad alliance. Interesting stuff in here. Yes, some interesting comments that we're going to take a look at. We're going to do that after the break, after the half an hour moment. This is going to be interesting. I am making no, what's the saying? I make no bones. I make no bones. That's not the saying, but you know what I'm trying to get at. There is a saying that does something that gets you to the point where you're like, I'm not going to dumb this down. We're going to watch this Corey stream. We're going to talk about it. And it is what it is. That's where we are. And we're not gonna ice skate around. Ice skate? We're not gonna. Something's wrong with my glasses. I gotta clean this shit. By the way, I'm all itchy here because I did have a haircut this morning, or not this morning, a little whiles back. You know who cut my hair? Who do you think cut my hair this time? I'll give you one clue. Do you have any pets? Midnight Saga. Yo, Hexy, how you doing, man? How you doing, Hexy? Good to see you, man, on YouTube. I'll tell you who cut my hair. Starts with a P and ends in Orsha. Poopsie cut my hair. Something's wrong with your mouth as well. Ice skating? I don't know what's going on, dude. I'm a little out of sorts. Poopsie, an 11-year-old, my 11-year-old niece cut my hair, and I gotta tell you, yo, Floski on kick. I gotta tell you. I'll tell you what, I'll cut to the GoPro behind. You get a glimpse of it. I think she did. By the way, there's still hair flinging out everywhere. I think she did a pretty good job. I don't know. I feel a lot younger. I don't know, that line's pretty straight. It's pretty good for an 11-year-old. Like, come on, man. An 11-year-old did this. Are you kidding me? Yeah, yeah, I needed to get a haircut. I'm not going to tell you. I just needed to get a haircut, and Portia did a fine job. I think still hair. I've had a shower too. There's hair coming out. Portia, the beautician in training. By the way, my chat that we're using right now, these messages slide off to the left there. I don't like that. I'm going to, I've got to tell you this. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wait until I tell you this. Okay. So, by the way, those messages will not always slide off to the left. They'll stay permanently. But okay. So, from the beginning of this project, for those that don't know what I'm talking about, on-screen chat is my chat. I vibe coded my own chat overlay, and I had very specific requirements. The first requirement was that it needs to populate all of Velora's coolness. So we want all of the Velora actions. Why did I say it like that? We need all of the Velora functionality to come through on my chat overlay. Velora.tv is my chosen home. That's where I want to focus my attention. And so all the cool stuff that's Corey's built into that platform, I want it in my chat overlay. And then I also wanted to pull in the other platforms from Beam's chat. Beam has a great multi-chat. I wanted to use their multi-chat to pull in the other platforms, but I wanted them to appear the same, in the same bubble with the same platform icon and the same avatar. I want it to all look like it's one seamless chat. And I've been spending, my God, at least 2 months doing this. And at the onset, I'll tell you what, Copilot was so good for so long until it wasn't. And why do I say that? So there's this term that you hear when people talk about AI. They say that it hallucinates. And I was hearing that on different podcasts. You know, the so-and-so ChatGPT, whenever it gets to it starts hallucinating. I was like, the fuck does that mean? I don't understand that. I now understand exactly what that means because my Copilot has been hallucinating up the wazoo. Let me tell you, what you're seeing on screen with the chat and how it's working, that has actually been working pretty well for the last 3 to 4 weeks. And then I'll make one change. Copilot will suggest one change to do something else, and it will break the entire thing. Usually, a WebSocket will skitch out. It will lose the WebSocket connection, and I'll be like, wait a second, we're not connecting to the WebSocket now? What? We'll go back and reuse the last code when it did connect. And then the hallucination would start because Copilot would say, oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, let me do that. And here's the code. And I'd put that code in, and then something else would break. And I was taking snapshots of the project at intervals where I'd be like, okay, this is finished, it's working, snapshot it, put it aside, keep working on the main tree, have that one as a backup. And I'd say, okay, so you fucked this up over and over again, Copilot. And by the way, I'm there cursing on my key. I'm not an angry person. As you guys know, after what happened last year, I'm not an angry person, but I was angry. I'm not going to deny it. The vibe coding, the vibe was all off. I was furious at the way this thing was working because it got that close to being finished and then it got that far away. And it was always because Copilot would do a backflip and start recirculating old commands and old shit. What I realized was it gets you into a loop. The loop is and it always does this. It always wanks you off and says, you're doing great. This is great. This is a great idea. Spare me all that crap. Just give me the code. I don't need you, an AI agent to wax poetical about who I am. Just give me the freaking code. And I'd ask things like, whenever you give me back code, I always want full code completed. I don't want a block that I've got to add in myself, because what happens? It forgets that it added that block. And then later on, when you're going to edit that code again, all of a sudden that block's no longer there. So it could be a CSS or something, and that doesn't work anymore because it doesn't remember. By the way, I'm getting to something here. I'm on a rant, but I'm getting somewhere. So I stuffed around with this for so long, and then, would you not believe it? It fucked me over one more time, and all of it broke. So above me here, the viewers watching and the date and all that disappeared. And when the date disappears, I know that the WebSocket's broken. So it broke it one more time, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. It's mid-August, right? 15th of August. I'm going on my road trip early September. I need this chat to be working with text-to-speech and all the cool things. I needed it to be working. So I was like, okay, I could spend another fruitless day, 2 days, 3. I could spend another week faffing around with this, or there has to be a better way. And that's when I remembered listening on the Lex Friedman podcast to the creator of Claude Code. And I was like, you know what? Claude Code, if I remember correctly, Claude Code. Konnichiwa! Claude Code, thank you, Richard. Yo, Dugsky, how you doing, man? Claude Code is specifically aimed at writing code. It's an AI agent, but it is tailored towards coding, developing web applications, HTML, whatever. It's known as that's what it's for, right? It goes one better than that though. You can, on the free tier, you can't do this. So I used the free tier for a little, and then I was like, okay, so I want this AI agent to access all of my files.
At ID Digital Agency, we appreciate the work you give us. We respect your deadlines, your time, and your trust. And we show it in how we communicate.
Nothing AI about that, Jay Boston. Nothing AI. That was a human. No, it was not. Hexy, the same shit was happening to me when I was playing with AI coding. Decided to pull back, wait for it to improve. Okay, I got the answer for you, man. I got the complete answer for you, Hexy. So I used the free version of Claude Code, and then I said, so I've heard about this. You give access to your local files, and it does the coding for you. And I was like, how do I get that? Okay, you need to upgrade to the Pro plan. I was like, okay, so I looked into it. What is it going to cost? $30 a month or $320 a year. I only need it for this month, so I'll cough up the 30 for the month. I looked into what it gets me. It allows me to give access to my folders, whatever they may be. In this case, the structure of this chat overlay. Give you root access, root. Only an Australian will find that funny. I give my AI agent root access. It gets to root everything. And it does. Okay, so spoiler alert, I paid for the month. I gave it root access. I gave it GitHub commit access. I gave it very clear instructions. I said, I've got this whole project virtually finished, but Copilot keeps fucking it up. This is what needs to be done. I'm going to give you the access. And I pressed enter, and immediately it starts doing bash commands. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean, a bash command? I normally associate that with running a terminal command, right? Somewhere in Linux, or in my case on a Mac. I'm like, what's going on? And I watched it, and I watched more bash commands. And I'm like, and out the corner of my eye, I saw that my folder on this monitor, the local folder with my structure, was changing. I was like, it was fixing the code. Now you might say, that's what it does, man, you idiot. Up until this point, I'd I'd only been able to cut and paste from Copilot blocks of code into a COT editor and then, commit them and push them through GitHub. I'm watching it as it's doing it, and it's doing all this shit, and it's thinking and it's changing this and that, and then it just says, okay, we're done with that. Now let's do that thing about Beam. I'm like, wait. We're done with that? What do you mean we're done? We didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. You did something. What happened? And it says, and it talked to me and it said, you need to push the commit. I've given multiple commits to GitHub. You need to wrangle a deploy in Cloudflare, and you need to commit these. You need to push these commits. And I'm like, and then it will work? And it's like, yeah. So I have a Stream Deck where I press a button and it commits, it pushes. I do that. I refresh my overlay. It worked. It literally worked. What it did at that point, what Claude Code did for me, by the way, I just spat a big golly, landed on there. What Claude Code did for me just then, I am not shitting you. I have struggled to get to that point on 3 different occasions, and it's taken me sometimes 4 to 5 days to get there. And it did it in maybe 6 minutes, maybe pushing it, maybe 4 minutes. And then it said, okay, now we can do the Beam integration. And I was like, I had that planned for like the 23rd of August or something when I'm right at the end of my time. I've got to get this done. And it's like, we can do it. Did it. The next thing it did was do the Beam. I was like, are you telling me I've faffed around with this for that long and got furious and angry, and all I had to do was pay for a pro plan on Claude Code, and I downloaded the app so it's running on the desktop app. That's it. So I'm like, no way, man. Like I immediately closed my project on Copilot. Now, I'm not poo-pooing Copilot because it is very good, and it had got me up to that point. But what I was trying to get to was that this hallucination thing that they talk about is real. And I feel like my Copilot, the project is so deep in that it's hallucinating so badly that I'm at a constant roadblock of over repeating and trying the same thing and then getting the same error and then fixing the same error and then coming back later on to forget the error and go back and do something crazy, such as I've got the tree command, right? Pump out a tree with all the files and the layout. And I'm like, I've given it the tree, like, I don't know, maybe 100 times, and it always forgets, like always. It'll say access it'll make up a file name, like it'll say access your main overlay JavaScript. And I'm like, dude, there isn't one called that. There's one called index. There's no main overlay JavaScript. There's one called index.javascript. Is that what you mean? Have you forgotten my tree again? None of that shit happens with Claude Code because it has root access. It gets to root it, it gets deep into it, and then it never comes back out. So my point here is, and I don't have a referral code for Claude Code. I don't think they do that shit. But I will just, and Hexy, this is for you. If you are struggling with an AI project and it's involving coding of any sort, $30 a month for the pro plan, the middle one. Like you got a free tier, the middle one, then you got this fucking knock your head off $100 a month one. I don't know what that does, but actually I do know what that does. It just gives you more commands. You get more options to pump stuff at it. Whereas in a 5-hour block, you get about 40 or so with this. Anyway, just pay it. Even if you just pay for the 1 month, I can almost not guarantee that it will work. I mean, it did with me, right? And my requirements were very, very specific. Like what you don't see and you will see, I'll give you guys a URL that you can also pump. You can take my URL and it will be something from my BJ Walk photography page. That'll be the chat, and you'll be able to put that up on your own monitor and have all the chats together. And then there's text to speech. If you open up that same URL on an iPhone or an iPad, and you'll get the option to enable text to speech. All this stuff was like in the back end, and all the time it's been working and then it's not working. Copilot stops it, starts it, stops it. And I'm like, now it all just works. And that's why the chat, and I didn't do this today because I was busy with something else before the stream, but I was about to go and make one small change to the code that doesn't make the chat disappear off the screen. I feel like like in a studio setting here or a home stream, we want that chat to stay, to persist on the screen and go up. But when we're IRL streaming, we're out in the wild, we want it to disappear off the screen because we want to see the nature. So what you're seeing now, the disappearing chat, that's not how it's going to be on these streams. It is today. As soon as I finish the stream, I'll get back into Claude Code and fix that. There'll be 2 up. It's so rad. Like I cannot believe like how good okay. Fuck, if I could get, I'm excited by it because we are at the cusp of pretty rad tech. Like AI, it's going to be interesting, helpful, right? Dangerous. We are at that point where it is there and it's working. Like it's good, right? Like this is helping. It helped me. Like arguably, yo, Corey, how you doing, man? Arguably, by the way, I've still got my Beam chat up. I'm not my Beam chat, my Corey chat. I've got my Corey chat up here. I've got my Velora chat up so I can see it there. Comtech, Claude can also add comments to your code and change variables to be related to you. Pfft, so rad, dude. So rad. Oh, crap. We're in the stream title, Corey. Dougski. So Doug says, what happens if you stop the $30 plan? Will it still work? Yeah. The code is the code. The code doesn't change. Any additional changes I can still make, but the pro plan gives you that root folder access. The free plan doesn't give you that kind of. It was so slick, man. Like, and I was listening to on the H3 podcast or After Dark. I was listening to what's his name? I'm drawing a blank now. The dude from Epic Mealtime. Harley Morenstein. He was saying that he uses Claude Code to fix up his music folder. He just said, hey, Claude, here is my music folder. I want you to fix it. And it's like, what do you mean fix it? Okay, I want you to put all the songs in the albums that they're supposed to be in. I want you to give it the artwork. I want you to make sure in my case, every artist name is in uppercase. And Claude Code just goes in and does it. If you give it the access, it does it. Now, you might say, well, wait, am I going to give access to my computer, to my AI agent across the internet? You want to be careful what you give it. I gave it a folder, which is just my code. You don't want to give it access. You can. It asks, you can do emails and clean up your email. I don't know. I wouldn't do that, but. Dalesky, I'm telling you, the octopus t-shirt is perfect for this topic tonight. The octopus t-shirt. This is a festival that I photographed. I believe. Perfect. See, just that little overlay that pops up. I did that. We're not using Botrix anymore. That is a Velora native alert. I've photographed this festival a bunch of times in Adelaide. And this one, there's a date on there somewhere. Oh, down here on the... Here, 2013. That's when Tracer played. I think 2013 was Tracer playing at Blenheim Festa. Doesn't seem right. Forget that. I don't know when Tracer played at Blenheim Fest. Sometime in the past. It didn't happen in the future. The sounds don't work, only the stickers and emotes. I sent a sticker with the sound and the sticker and sound did not work. I don't have that enabled channel wide, I don't think. Sounds... I know what you're talking about, but I also don't know what you're talking about. Let me just go over and have a look. So you're talking about stream alerts. Where else shall we go? Alerts and rewards. You're talking about stream alerts, sounds and stickers. Yeah, I only have my sounds on here. But stream alerts such as like... Hexy, I'm going to spend some more time refining my block diagrams of flow and functions for my projects, and we'll do some testing with Claude going forward. Sounds viable.
What to do, everybody?
What to do? Now, you guys heard what to do, everybody, right? Font size needs to get bigger on that scene. Yeah, so that might be an issue. If we go back over here, the font size is fine. Got him. But if we go over here, I feel like at this point, the font size there.
I love it. I love it.
It's only small because it's the nature of my stream layout. I don't think I'm going to change it for that. I don't think so anyway. But I agree, it is kind of small there. We hear them. Yeah, you guys hear those. So, and these stream alerts, someone subscribes to my channel. Comptech, just an FYI, yeah. And you hear that obviously as well, right? That's their subscription and like a raid.
Boy.
Yeah, you get that. And those yeah, you hear those. Okay, so what you're talking about is you're talking about the channel points. No, you're talking about sounds and stickers here from other people, right? You're talking about these community stream. Yeah, from others. Yeah, I'm a little lost on that, to be completely honest. If you go to settings, stickers and sounds and emote stickers are all turned on. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I know that there's obviously the browser source overlay here, which I'm not using. I don't use that anymore. I've got my own. I guess it's just a matter of feeding those stream alerts and stickers and sounds into my chat overlay. That's what I'll have to do that. Yeah, I did ask Corey about that today. Haven't checked my Discord yet, but yeah, I see what you're saying. And that's given Claude code, that'll be pretty easy to fix. The other exciting, moving on from the coding stuff, but the other exciting thing that happened this week.
Hello there.
Hello there, Tooth Boy. Yo, Jude, how you doing? That's what it is then. Yeah, if you don't have the other, yeah. But
we're gonna have a little fun.
We're gonna have a little fun.
Have nothing else to do, so let's have a little fun, right?
This is sick.
But Corey, check your DMs in Discord because I'm pulling all those scopes into my overlay, so I'll be able to just pull those in as well. Look what arrived today, folks. Not today, this week. A massive mosquito, the drone that I'm going to take with me on the road trip, and I haven't opened it yet. Do you want to open it? I kind of do. Too late. I'm already doing it. I don't give a shit what you think. I did write you back. I'm fascinated by what you're building.
We see you. GivesAMinute.
We see you.
We see you.
I'd love to see the insides of it. Also, that's an amazing that it arrived. Dude, yeah, Corey, of course, man. Once this is finished, I mean, look, in an ideal world, we could just allow other people to use it as well. Yeah, we could open it up to everybody else to use. And they don't have to use the beam part, right? They can just use the Velora part. Like, look how sick when you trigger a where else shall we go? Oh, back off my channel. Hold on a second. I love when I love Flosky, most jam-packed stream ever. You're using a whole year's worth of content up. Yeah, I should have done the drone on its own channel. Hey, homie, can I share your streaming kit community? For sure. Sayoti, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'm going to add you on Discord. How about this? No. I'm going to add you on Discord because you asked me in my kick chat. Are you kidding me? Do you have a sample of the old welcome? I'm a giver. You're a giver statement, dude. That would be a cool, yeah. I could do it. I mean, we could pull up an old D live stream and grab that. Funny, I was talking to someone about that. Let me do it. Let me see if I can remember it. Pretend there's been a follow. I'll do a test follow. Let me just do a test follow here. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. No, I'm in the wrong section. No. I zoomed in too far. Okay, check this out. Hey, GivesAMinute. Thanks for following the GivesAMinute Velora stream. Now, that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now, why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content. Now, me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the GivesAMinute Velora stream. Thanks for the follow. That is exactly how we used to do that. Did it 8,000 times. 8,000 times. I hope your overlay supports DLive chat, joking. What I was trying to show you when I did that, though, was this is a little tweak I made. This is not, Corey didn't do this, but I did this.
Something just tickling my nasal passage.
Massage. The stream alert that's down here, I created that. I did that. Just to come up in the chat overlay. Something just tickled my nasal passage.
Something just tickling my nasal passage.
Passage. That's me sleep talking about something tickling my nasal passage. Passage. And I love it. Yeah, man, I'm stoked. I am so happy that this is all working. Like, you don't understand how frothing I am at this. It's taken me forever, and Claude Code made it so much easier. I should have used Claude Code from the get-go, right? Like, I definitely should have. There's no denying that would have saved me a fair amount of grief, because I did get quite angry at the computer. And that's another point too. I never get angry like that at the computer, but I got so angry because it was so close to being finished. I see this message from Jude. Gives has had a lot of time on his hands. No, I haven't actually. I've been working a lot. I've been coding. I've been coming home. Dale, you'll back me up on this. Corey, you'll back me up on this. I've been up early, like 3 a.m., going to work, coming home, smashing out code, getting frustrated. That might be why I've been so frustrated, because I get home and I'm tired and I'm lethargic, and sometimes you just need you just need to lay down, and sometimes you just need to turn off. I also started becoming an angry person using AI, not me at all. So dude, yeah. I'm impressed with it, and I feel like now I need to make our overlay better, or just tell everyone Gives makes things, try his. You know what, man? The next phase will be, once I've done my road trip and come back and I've got more time to faff around, and I'll sign up to Claude Code for another month, I'll be like, okay, Claude, this all works now. Now make it split so that you can choose to just use it for Velora chat and get rid of everything else, get rid of the beam and whatever. I'm going to pump in like Odyssey and, Arena and these other channels, but the user should be able to go, I only want this for Velora. Here's my details, and can I use it? And then I want to make it for everybody, basically. DJI Mini 5 Pro. This does mean, of course, Hendrik will be getting a gift. I'm going to give Hendrik my old drone. Okay, I vouch for Gives being a busy boy. Yeah, you guys were chatting. We were in the Discord the other day, and Dale and Corey, and we're chatting, and then the next thing is like, wait a second, what the fuck are you doing here, Gives? Isn't it like 3 a.m. for you? I'm like, yes, I'm going to work. You're dead right. It's 3. I got up at 3 a.m. I'm leaving the house at 4 a.m. I got to start work at 5 a.m. And that wasn't just a one-off. That was multiple days. Get to the chopper. How do you open this thing? It's not an Apple box. There's no... Oh, here. There's no trick to it. Oh, it smells like vomit. You know when new things often smell like vomit? Who puked in here and sealed it up, man?
It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. Oh, okay. It's hovering. It's hovering. It's hovering. It's hovering. It's gone.
Wait for it.
It's gone.
Wait for it.
Where'd it go?
Where'd it go? I love that woman at the end. Where'd it go? Yeah, I reckon someone vomited in this or in the near vicinity, and they were having a bit of a giggle. Oh, by the way, I need one of these. Oh, it's not Velcro. I need one of those Velcro things to do something in GoVan, to hold the curtains back. That might still work though. I thought it'd be a Velcro one. Send it back. It's the latest China virus distributed by DJI. So what we're doing here with this is basically upgrading my drone. So I've had a Phantom 4 since 10 years. No, not 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, 10 years. I've had it for 10 years. And I took it with me on my last road trip and I used it maybe thrice. That's 3 times. That's a funky way of saying 3. I used it thrice. And the reason I didn't use it more is because it was just too cumbersome, too big, too much effort to get it going, charge the batteries, blah, 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 blah. And I said, I do want a drone, and the technology has come so far forward that they're now super easy to use and they're smaller and they have longer flight time. The batteries are all USB-C. And I was like, you know what? I'm buying one. And then in the chat, Hendrik said, well, if you're buying one, can I have your old Phantom 4? And so, yeah, he can have it. Well, I don't need it. He can. And I said, I'm only going to give it to you if you use it. And we want to see the footage, dude. So I was going to say, Duncan, Hendrik gets a Phantom 4 drone. And if he doesn't use it, I'm coming back by his place and I'm going to take it off him. Yeah? Is that fair? If I give it to him and he doesn't show us anything, I'm going to go on another road trip to Brisbane and I'm going to take it off of him. And if he doesn't like that, I'll stab him. What? No, I won't. Corey, I just want a basic one so when I hear in the alley, I can send it upwards and see what's happening. You know what? This drone is that. This is the mini, like the smaller, not the full spec'd out one. It's the mini. And the idea is I'm going to use it to find camp spots and see what's around the next corner, blah, blah, blah. Dude, I have an outdoor camera that has color night vision. I can see what's outside. Dude, that's insane. I was going to buy a trail camera. I haven't bought that yet. Are you kidding me? I thought that was a battery. That's the drone. Dude, that is the drone itself. I'm not kidding when I say, you think I'm kidding? I'm getting my old drone and I'm going to show you the size of the battery on the old drone and then we'll compare these two. Of course, I am in my pajamas though. Watch out. Watch out. Gives, Jude is not a dude. Everyone's a dude, man. Everyone is a dude. Look at this, man. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. You need a whole nother bag just to carry it. Like literally, you actually do need a whole nother bag just to carry it. Of course, I'm not giving H-Man this bag. I need it for other things. But just doing this for comparison. Here is the Phantom 4 battery. Needs a charge. That's the size of the battery. This is the size of the drone. There's not much difference in that. Like, I mean, obviously one's bigger than the other, but not by much. So let's have a look at it. The drone is all battery. How does it fly then? What? That's it, dude? That's crazy small. Better watch out. I don't know what I'm doing here. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Perhaps I should read the manual. Yeah, I don't want to pull that too hard if I don't know what I'm pulling. Let's put that down for a second. That's the gimbal. I don't want to be pulling that around, right? What is this? Read the instructions. Yeah. Do you know what? This is not what I'm going to do on the stream, though. I'm not doing this on the stream. I just wanted to open it. That's the charger. I may be kinky, but I'm not that kinky. Can I call you a chick, Dale? Batteries. Battery size difference. Look at that difference in battery. And this battery gets 50 minutes flight time. This one gets 28. Control. That kind of blows. the control. Compared to this, which has to do, and then you got to put a phone or an iPad in there. So you got to have the iPad charged up as well. Bam. I won't say what our host calls me in private, the bastard. What did I call you in private, Dale? What did I call you? 28 verse 50. Pretty sure I got that right. 52-minute batteries. Wait, that's not flight time though, surely. Don't know. But I'll put this down so that we can get on with the stream. But I just wanted to show you guys that this did arrive, and before I break it, yeah, I'll put it away. Ah, calendar alert. Do you know what it is today, folks? Well, this is a bit of a sad twist here, or not a twist, a sad. It's Sharla's birthday today. So if anyone knows Sharla, happy birthday, pass it on. Yeah, she's doing her thing. You know, the fallout from what went down last year, she's gone, and I don't think she's coming back. So Sharla, she is still having a birthday, so we can wish her happy birthday. And I'll just extend this out now that, yeah, she's welcome back here anytime, of course, right? That stuff that went down, first of all, she was correct, like she was right about what she alleged, and the future, or now the past, showed us that. And in the melee of, you know, the tidal wave rolling over everything, we lost Hendrik, we lost Dale, and we lost Sharla. Over the course of the last 8 months or so, I've managed, you know, Hendrik and Dale and I are back to where we were. Hendrik and Dale are even back to where they were. Sharla is still MIA, so that's a shame, but yeah. Hope she's alive and kicking. What we miss her. She was correct. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the way that all rolled out, you know, you might say, well, you could argue that I didn't handle it very well as well. Like the guidance that she get it. When someone says something against your girl or about your girl, your natural response is, no, you're wrong and she's right. Like, I'm going to defend my girl. In actuality, she was right. And here we are. And by the way, both of them are missing in action, you know? Like, it's kind of the worst outcome, right? Like, you lose both the friend and the girlfriend. It's the fucking lame, right? Anyway. Shout out to Sharla. I didn't know she had not been around. Yeah. There was an unfortunate set of events. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause here. I'm going to show you guys my surfing clip from today. And then when we come back, is Beam cooked? We're going to talk about the Allegiance, the Global Livestreaming Alliance. We're going to look at the tweets that Angel published. We're going to look at the timing, which is, I think, the most important thing. And then we're going to look at what Corey from Velora has to say about it. Because Velora is not part of the Allegiance. Alliance. That means the same thing, right? Allegiance and alliance, a different word for the same thing. I managed to not lose my best friend forever when I didn't like the girlfriend. Yeah. I mean, in an ideal world, live and learn. Yeah. By the way, Dale, do you not have any? Where are your stickers, Dale? Or where are your channel badges? The Beam AI is Here album. Yeah. I don't really want to talk about that. I don't know. The AI thing. I don't know. Look. I don't know why. Well, look, Beam have launched an AI generated album of music or something, and it's just so cringe. I saw the tweet with that girl dancing to it. I was like, this is cringe as shit. But I don't want to tap into that too much because I think AI is going to be intelligent, scary, but yeah, we don't need to to go that deep, right? There's enough depth with the tweets about the allegiance or the alliance. So we just leave that alone. Anyway, folks, I'm going to grab myself, I think I'm going to get a beer, right? It's Saturday. I've worked all week. I've been up late. There's been multiple things that have happened this week. I want to tell you about them, but I'm not going to. But I'm going to get a beer as a celebratory measure. And in the time that I'm away, you guys can watch my surfing clip from today, where I hit my GoPro in the head for the first time. And by the way, if I'm not back in time, you're going to see a blowfly doing aerobics on a piece of styrofoam. Yes, you will.
That's the first time that's happened. I hit my head on that GoPro while duck diving. And the only thing I can attribute that to is that I'm riding the Toothpick 1 today. So I've ridden the Toothpick 2.0 I think 3 times, and it's longer than the 1. This has just come back from repair. Darren at Entity fixed the fin shop from a few weeks back. So I wanted to take this back out to give it a hit. And yeah, it hit me. I duck dived that wave and I hit my head on the GoPro. No damage to the GoPro on my head. Look at this. My front foot tangled up in the leash, the only decent sized wave here at the moment, and I cooked it.
Surf until you fly, Daleskis. Yeah, how fun was that to be out in the ocean again surfing and knocking my head against the GoPro? Bam, duck dive, get close to the top, bam, hit straight in the face. Lucky I didn't get my eyeball. Homebrew here, yes, I made this beer. I'm going to enjoy drinking it. We're going to look at the tweets from Beam and we're going to get into this pour. Yes, what a great idea. Thank you, Daleskins. Thank you, Dale. Pour it. Enjoy it. Yes. By the way, just a side note, I'm still in the group phase watching the World Cup football, but I will tell you this, I'm nearing the end of that, so I'll be into the knockout round soon. But holy shit, if you want to watch a great game of football, not that I know anything about it because I'm a bandwagon fan every 4 years, outside of the World Cup, I don't give a flying fuck about the game, but during the World Cup, I am focused and watching and enjoying the world come together, unite, and play a game. Tell you what you need to do, wherever you watch it in your country. Here in Australia, it's SBS On Demand. You need to go and watch Austria v Algeria. Holy shit. What a game. Spoiler, no spoiler, but yes, spoiler. They needed to draw for both teams to progress to the knockouts. And wow. Like at one point during that game, you're like, yawn. All right, this is how it's going to go. And then you're just like, what? And then at the end, you got to, dude, you have to watch that. I watched that 3 weeks ago, maybe 4. But look, I'm watching every game, right? When I get my spare time, not coding, I watch a little bit of the game and I'm up to that. And I watch that and it blew me away. I still think you should put up a Tower Beach cam to stream Beach Live 24/7. Dude, we almost did that, Hexy. We were going to do a deck out there and put a power supply up there and get that going, and then we didn't. So yeah, I agree. Not a dash cam, a surf cam. By the way, where's this? This one looks less frothy. Tastes good though. All right, folks, let's go over to Twitter. By getting there, oh, you know what? I can't do this on stream. Let's get off there. If I open up my Twitter, there's probably going to be porn on it. No, there's not. Okay. It's hard to tell these days. You never can tell. You just open up to... By the way, just a side spiral. Many times I do this, but I told you when I was off Twitter because I didn't want to know the World Cup football score. You know what I saw? When I went back on Twitter, the first fucking thing that I see back on Twitter is this Perez Hilton suicide stream on TikTok or whatever. Like, I've been off Twitter for how long, trying to avoid any World Cup news, and the first day I get back on there, start scrolling, and I see this suicide video. I'm like, I don't need this shit. Like, that and the Charlie Kirk thing, before you've even known that you've seen it, I've seen the guy have his neck blown apart and fall down dead. I saw that without even knowing what I'm looking at. Thank you, Twitter. Thanks for that. Just multiple times it's up there and you don't even know you're looking, and then suddenly you've seen it. And then I get back on after avoiding it and there's this slicing up. Crazy. So anyway, with that in mind, let's go and take a look at Beam Stream. So this is their platform of tweetness. I guess we'll scroll down to, this is the cringe dance to the new song. Seriously, just take a listen to this.
Every story breaking through. No more walls between the moments. No more distance in the way.
Okay, so they made a streaming song. Okay, great. Yeah, here's the announcement for the Beam AI album. Crazy. I don't know why you do that. But anyway, here's the Beam CEO, Angel Munoz. But we want to find the here is the announce for the here is the Global Livestreaming Alliance. I always want to say Allegiance Alliance, but we'll go further below that because this is August 7, right? Dale, I feel partially responsible since I was one of the 3 who mentioned Beam to you. Well, no, look, I think, okay, before we get into what they've announced, I think beamstream.gg is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I think the platform itself, the multi-streaming and the UniChat, for the price that you pay, you will never get that anywhere else cheaper and as seamless as it is. There are some glitches, but it does work. So I appreciate you telling me to come over to Beam when I did. It's an alternative. It's an alternative to Restream.io that everybody should discover and use. There are other things about the platform which I disagree with, and there are many things about the CEO which I seem to disagree with as well. Corey, the multi-streaming part is better than their platform. I kind of agree with that, yeah. The multi-streaming, look, and people use Restream.io for that as well. Restream.io does the multi-stream, does it very well. Has no social element. There's no homepage, there's no leaderboard, there's no monetization. It's just you use our service and you can multi-stream. Beam does that, and it has the social ranking of a homepage with streamers up there on a carousel, and there's the ability to monetize. So in that regard, Beam is great, and it's cheaper than Restream.io. Beam's CEO should be Max Headroom. Beam would be wise to just give up on being a platform and be multi-stream and UniChat plus that stuff. You think they should just go and compete with Restream.io? Okay. I don't. I think they should. I think Beam. I think there's scope out there for Beam to do what Beam does. I don't know why Beam wants to acquire other platforms. This feels like, well, if we buy them all, we control them all. That's what it feels like. Now, this is the announce on the August 7. Beam and Pilled have signed an agreement to merge, bringing together their technologies and creator communities with a combined reach of 12 million people, redefining the future of live streaming. So this is August 7. Stronger together, built for the future. Beam and Pilled merge announcement. Now, any time that you speak English, which for me is the vast majority of the time, I do speak klein Deutsch, but any time you speak English, when you come across the word merge, what does that tell you? Think about driving. 2 lanes merge into one, right? The merge. 2 become 1. That's what this is saying. They're merging. Flowski, a platform getting bought out is no different than the bought platform going under. Just one less out there either way, and Beam gets poorer due to the expense of the purchase? Yeah. Yep. Why? Because Angel Munoz is a megalomaniac, perhaps. Well, we don't know. I mean, I'm not going to allege anything, but a merger announced on August 7. August 7, a merger. Go forward in time. August 8, he does an interview. August 12, something else. And then August 12, later in the day, this announcement comes out. Today, Beam, Pilled, and VPZONE announced the formation of the Global Livestreaming Alliance, a coalition of independent platforms committed to accelerating innovation, expanding creator opportunities, and strengthening the global live streaming ecosystem. Now, those words are great. Are they not great? Like, is that not a rad mission statement? That's a rad mission statement. If you're a live streamer and you read that, this is great. Why don't other people, why isn't this bigger? Like, this is great. This is brand new. This is great. A coalition of independent platforms committed to accelerating innovation, expanding creator opportunities, and strengthening the global live streaming ecosystem. That is so wonderful. But think about it. Why would Beam and Pilled announce this when 3 days earlier, Beam bought Pilled? This is the bit that doesn't make any sense. Beam buys Pilled, and then a couple of days later they say, oh, and by the way, they're part of this alliance that we're in. No, that doesn't make any sense. You don't acquire something and then say, oh, and now we're part of an alliance. No. Beam acquires Pilled. Pilled is Beam. There's no alliance. That's a buyout. You bought them. Ben, and I'm glad you're being very fair with your commentary. But thank you. But I'm not. this is just factual, right? Like that no matter what you read into this, we're just looking at what actually happened. The facts are they acquired Pilled and then they announced that they're part of this alliance. No. That's not how it works. And does that mean that the next one they're going to acquire is VPZONE? So again, the word merge, 2 become 1, or 3 become 1, or 4 become 1, 4 become 2, 2 become 1. The lane merge, right? Think about that word. An investment, Jude, right. The word used was own. Did they say they own them? Matt on Pilled has had ads on to invest there for a while. Interesting. So what can we take of that? And then Angel does. I will say this. Angel is not afraid to get on camera and join in on chats. That's pretty interesting. The AI album, you can take that or leave it. I'll choose to leave it. And here is some live translations. Pretty interesting. That's cringe as shit, but. So the question is, why did Velora decline to be a part of this alliance? So from what we understand, Velora was part of the alliance, or was at least invited into the alliance, and they declined. Corey's in the chat. However, we have a video or a live feed from Corey that we can look at. Corey says, it's a great mission statement, and then you dive into it, and it's just not it because it's led by Beam or an Angel. It needs to be outside leader that has no bias. Yeah, that's a good point. If you're going to make an alliance, it shouldn't be one of the 4 or one of the 3 or one of the 2 now, right? Because Beam and Pilled are 1. So the alliance is Beam and what's the other platform? Oh, VPZONE, right? VPZONE, which we don't seem to know anything about. VPZONE, I stream on there, but don't really seem to get any. Anyway, so the alliance is Beam and VPZONE because Beam is Pilled, Pilled is Beam. I really should have made a decent video versus rant stream. It's on my list. I mean, look, I'm in favor of the live feed format. So let's take a look at your stream. Is Beam cooked? The CEO's ego, no transparency, bad alliance. Are these actual tweets from Angel on the thumbnail here? It says everything is well. It's not what you would do, Angel, but what I would do. We owned them. Is that an actual tweet? That transcript happened in Angelic Angel's chat on Beam. That's from so Angel said we own them. Okay. All right, let's take a look.
I apologize about that wait time, everybody. I am so sorry. I hit start stream and then I got a message from the college.
Are there timestamps?
And I took a minute and I went through
25 minutes in.
Seen, as y'all know, Samsung put up.
Okay, so there's no timestamps, but we have Corey in the chat who did the stream. So he says 25 minutes in, 25 or 30. Okay, we'll go to 30. That's too far. 25 looks. We'll go from here. You're buying a new phone?
I'm gonna get myself in trouble again. I have a perfect example. I have a perfect example of something that tries to be what it is not.
So he's opened up Beam.
You know, someday the CEO is going to see this. He's going to sue me.
Angel's going to sue you? Flowski, I wonder what the D-Live crowd who insisted on migrating to Pilled think. Be interesting to hear their feedback. That's a great point, right? When D-Live died, everyone went their own way, and I chose Velora, and other people chose Pilled, and there was a very forceful contingent, one of them who's still in our very chat these days. Netsky's not here right now, but Netsky's was very forceful on trying to get me onto Pilled. I am there, right? I'm multi-streaming. But what do they think right now? Because they didn't go to Beam, but in fact they did. Because Pilled is going into Beam. So, okay, so either Angel has lied about what happened. Now, if there's an acquisition, if there is a buyout, does that mean that one goes away? In the case of using the word merge, yes. Unless he's just been ill-equipped to present what actually happened and he chose the wrong words. Maybe. Probably 80% of DLive went to Pilled. Is that right?
I'm just gonna. You know, people asked why we didn't join the Alliance.
Straight into it. Nice.
It's because they bought Pilled and then refused to answer the public's questions about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Which we called them out about on a social media post. I don't know.
I tweeted about it.
Up from here.
I tweeted about and Angel answered me, but not really. Not really. I believe his comment was made to the statement or question by Angelic, which was in his voice.
Fuck shit.
Okay.
I
had to log into X and hide my screen. No worries.
Can I do it that way?
I do have to make my chat bigger on this section here, don't I? Yes, I do. Do you want me to skip forward?
You're going to send me another code?
I guess you're just logging in
This
here.
is the third one. I just want to show people a post, and you're like treating me like I don't know who I am.
I don't browse on my stream computer. That's a legitimate thing I do not do.
Not on. Oh, it's just.
I'll tell you what I do, Corey. I just use a browser that I don't use anything else for. So this is the Firefox browser. I did log into Twitter before to bring up my Beam tweets, but this browser, it's just for streaming.
It's just crap.
Flowski, getting bought out means losing your freedom to build your own unique platform. Beam seems to not be open to discussion and has a top-down approach. Means do what I say instead of share your ideas and we'll listen. That's the way I look at it. Yeah. Yeah. And then to announce the alliance immediately afterwards, like, what is? By the way, has Pilled said anything? How come Pilled's quiet? Have they said anything about this? They're like, well, we didn't know that's what was going to happen. We got acquired and then we're part of this alliance. That seems like, I don't know, it's so bad.
Mayonnaise! Wow!
Daleski sent 100 volts, man. Thank you so much, Daleskins. Mayonnaise! Wow! Throwback from the old days.
Literally just crap. I don't, I'm not, anyway. So.
Did anyone watch the stream on Kick? Angel was on Foxy's? No, I didn't.
Let's do some zooming in here.
Is there anything in there to see?
See, you know, this is funny, and the press release, let's see. Let's go see if they fixed it. They fucking didn't.
Huh?
The Alliance launches with 4 founding members, Beam, Pilled, and VPZONE.
That's only 3. I forgot how to
Press
count.
release alone makes it look like they don't know how to count.
Well, they just didn't proofread it. That's pretty bad, though. Somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
And technically, aren't these one because Beam bought Pilled?
That's what I just said.
Yeah, no, yeah, the Alliance, the Beam's Alliance.
It's 2 platforms.
And again, Beam announced the launch of the GLA.
Yeah.
So if you have any distrust in Beam, realize that and there's a reason I didn't join right away. The 4 founding members each contribute unique strengths. And then you read Beams. Let's zoom this in even more. Beam is a next-generation live streaming platform focused on multi-streaming, unified chat, AI-powered tools, and ultra-low latency streaming.
Flosky says, was it clearly stated that Beam literally bought Pilled, or is that not totally clear? They actually said they acquired. That was the word. We acquired and we're merging. So that the word acquire means that something was given for something else. Usually, in the case of business, it's usually money for business. Unless I've forgotten how, commerce works. And they said that, and then we saw anecdotal evidence where Angel said in that chat that we own them. So there it is, right on, Corey. We own them in a chat room in his stream on platform. I have those screenshots. Yeah, that's pretty definitive. We own them.
Like this big talk. And then there's Pilled is an interactive live streaming and social platform built around creator engagement and community conversations. VPZONE provides an interactive live streaming experience centered on creator communities and audience engagement. Do you realize the things they said about Pilled and VPZONE say nothing about the strengths of those platforms?
Interesting.
And I have the draft on my computer, and what they said about Velora was even more vague than what they said about the other two. They didn't mention any of our features.
That's a good point, Flosky. Occasionally mergers happen where the sub-company still has some autonomy, such as Amazon over Twitch, where Twitch still remains somewhat separate. Yeah, that's true. This is true. You know what? The merger or the buyout would not have been any of concern if it wasn't for this later announcement of this alliance. That's what I find interesting or intriguing. This alliance comes after they purchased them. That's like that doesn't make sense to me. Well, it makes sense only if you're trying to destroy all competition. I find the alliance odd. Yeah. And again, the idea behind the alliance is legit, and any live streamer should be welcoming that. We need that, setting up a foundation that's going to kind of benefit everybody and maybe bring out some standards and whatnot. That would be kind of cool, right? Beam are first among equals. That's nonsensical statement. Beam first amongst equals. I think Matt did not sell Pilled to Beam. Well, someone did. I don't know who Matt is. But by the way, while we're here, let's take a quick look at one of the platforms they're talking about, because I am live right now on VPZONE right here. This is VPZONE. Let's take a look at their platform from a get-go standpoint. VPZONE. Welcome back to VPZONE. GivesAMinute. I'm already live there right now. Just out of curiosity, we'll take a look at it. My stream is live. I got 1 viewer, that's me. I got 10 followers. Been live for an hour. No chats. Let's take a look at a random streamer. VPZONE. Matt is the owner of Pilled. Possibly a big investment. I tend to agree with you based on what I've heard and seen. Interesting. Why would Angel say we own them, though? It must have been a fuck ton of money then for him to claim that they own them. Yeah, the screenshots, exactly, yeah. If Angel said we own them, why can't I get... I don't want to... I was trying to go to the homepage here. Dashboard. Okay, I'll just have to take out the dashboard and go back to vpzone.tv. I streamed 11 hours this week. Here are the channels that are live right now. No plans. Okay. Get rid of that. I mean, look, it looks fine, right? It looks fine. I digress there, but I just thought I'd show you one of the platforms that they're talking about. So that's VPZONE. We already know about Pilled. Pilled, I'm there on Pilled, and people are very fanatical about Pilled. Let's continue on with Corey's stream. Play skis?
They didn't mention our low latency, because I know that would compete with Beam. And so... And I asked them honest questions, and I got no answers. The team knows. Everyone on our team knows. And I have had users email me and beg me in DMs and...
See you, Dugski.
Please don't let Beam destroy Velora. And please don't let Angel Munoz destroy Velora. Like... I've been getting those messages since the announcement that they bought Pilled. You know? And if you don't believe that, You don't believe that? Agreement to merge. Well, anyway, I'm not going to get too much into that article, but yeah, but you like the thing that gets me is if Beam is in charge of the Alliance and they want to make things better across all platforms, but they're like billing themselves as the one that has all the features, then they're the one gaining the most out of the Alliance. My honest suggestion to them, which I proposed to them, was that the person, and I will get to that, they did talk, their team did offer that to help with our infrastructure. Like Beam did directly say that, you know, if we joined the Alliance, they would help improve our infrastructure. There was that.
Okay, that's good.
But the big but behind that is
the big but.
The whole mission of the Alliance, again,
Flowski says, I don't see how Beam gains anything, to be honest. They don't exactly have a big community of streamers. Like many have said, most use it because of their features, not the community. Yeah, this is true. This is true. They do have that feature, but not many people use it because of that. That's a fair statement. Yeah, people choose to use it as a multi-stream, which seems to be, I mean, that's how I use it. And yeah, I mean, you just go and look in their Discord. The Discord is kind of dead as well. People aren't really, you know, that active. I mean, the API access has been sitting stagnant since 2025. I think it was June 2025, you know, request API access. So you can't develop anything on it because they don't give you API access, even though it says that it's there, request access here, and I have multiple times. Beam gains the sense of power and control. Yeah. How often do viewers chime in there and say hello, for example? My experience, almost never. Yeah, Flo. Yeah, me too. Not many. Not many. Their Discord is mostly about people requesting refunds. Yeah, from that automatic charge setup that they had gone for a while. The Alliance is strength in numbers concept. Yeah.
accelerate innovation. Okay, discovery, moderation, whatever. Members ship independently and share what generalizes.
Members ship independently and share what generalizes.
They're letting you keep your independence, you know. Okay. Strengthen shared infrastructure.
Judeski, some of us believe that Beam's goal is to replace Restream. I mean, they should. Forget acquiring Pilled and taking over and making an alliance. They should just go after Restream. That's what would if they did that as their focus, they would acquire a vast user base. Like the people that use Restream, if Beam Stream, which it is already better than Restream, but if everybody started knowing about that, then that would be a great step forward for what they're doing. Yeah, I completely agree with that, and yeah, I welcome that. I don't know why that they're like, I don't know. They don't have that as their goal. That might be the purpose of the alliance, to have commitment from some platforms. Maybe, but then this would be lying. All this
streaming technologies, APIs, CDN resources. Where members face the same problem, they can pay to solve it once.
Okay.
Coordinate growth, cross-promoting creators, events, and communities. That's basically saying, hey, we're going to go to everybody and say, multi-streaming is the answer, and here's all these platforms we work with that you probably should be multi-streaming.
This is a great point, Flo. If Restream goes away, that may raise prices on Beam since there is no too expensive option to undercut. Yes, 100%. And Corey, I still want clarification on the pay to solve it once line. So there's obviously an amount of money here that Beam is looking to siphon off of users. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. You will never get Beam Stream for 12 months for $85 or whatever. It was $56 US, about 80 Australian bucks for a year. You like if you pay $80, you don't get anything for $80 in terms of multi-streaming on Restream.io. But in Beam right now, and I think it's still active, you can get a year's worth of every platform you want and multiple RTMP outputs, so you can just go to town with it for about $80 Australian. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Next year, when that comes around to renew, there's no fucking way that'll be that price. It'll go up for sure. And 45 US, right? So about 80 Australian, maybe a bit less. I paid for it because I was like, dude, that's cheap as shit, right? That is so much cheaper than Restream. So obviously it will never be that cheap again, and it will only go up. And if they keep buying out these other platforms, there'll be no competition, so they can jack their prices up. For sure. Good point, Flowski. Gee, we got a smart community here, a smart lot of people. Now, if we could just work on getting no, forget that. I was about to make a snide jab at our looks, the general look of all of us. We're all hideous. No, forget that.
And while we do not,
there might be some beer in this alcohol.
Forbid multi-streaming, and we welcome it. My personal stance, and again, this is not a representation of the company.
I am too hideous. Corey, I am the dumbest one in the room tonight on display. You're not the dumbest one, dude. You've got loads of wealth of information. In fact, sorry, I cut you off.
While we do not forbid multi-streaming, and we welcome it, my personal stance, and again, this is not a representation of the company, my personal stance, which I know it's hard to separate CEO from company, but we're human.
Yo, Blue Opal plays with the follow. Yo, Blue Opal, thanks for following the GivesAMinute Velora stream. Now, that makes you a giver right here on the channel. Why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content. Now, me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time. So you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the GivesAMinute Velora.tv stream. Thanks for the follow. Sorry for interrupting. Don't ever apologize for that. You can interrupt every second that you feel like interrupting. You're always welcome here on the platform, or on the channel and on the platform. Appreciate you. Thank you, Hexy. I did that for you, man. Actually, I did it for Blue Opal, but also for you.
Oh, it's hard to separate.
Sorry, I want to hear what Corey's take on multi. I think I already know what his take. Before he does this, I want to predict what Corey's going to say. He's going to say he doesn't like multi-streaming. He's going to say I reckon he's going to say it splits up your audience. You need to put your audience in one. Yeah, you need to put your audience in one bucket, and there's too many buckets. That's what I think he's going to say. Thank you for interrupting. It means I don't have to listen to myself. Corey, do I really sound like that? The first time you ever heard yourself on tape, like, do I really sound that high? I can't believe it's my voice.
My personal stance, and again, this is not a representation of the company, my personal stance, which I know it's hard to separate CEO from company, but we're humans too, and we have different opinions.
This is his personal take.
That we set for our company.
Not representing the company
My
here.
personal belief is creators should do whatever they feel is best for them.
Okay.
Which is, also Velora's belief. Creators should do what's best for them.
That's cool. I was wrong. All right.
My belief in what's best for me and what's best for creation in my world, and what I honestly think, multi-streaming does not benefit a creator.
Ooh.
Unless you're getting substantial reach across other platforms.
Okay.
One, it's splitting your monetization. So this means that if there's a payment threshold of $25, $50, $100, whatever the platform's threshold is, and you've got people giving you little tiny bits. I shouldn't have said bits because that Twitch's thing. So now that I've said that, if people are giving you bits someplace, kicks someplace, volts someplace.
What monetization?
And whatever Beam calls their thing, embers or whatever the fuck it is. Because they're irrelevant. But
wait, so the take here from Corey is that because you get paid on multiple different, like, small amounts across different platforms, it's not good. But this, every bit counts, right? Like every small. I think what he's saying, and I guess he'll say it if I give him a chance. Shut up, Gives. Let him talk. I got to be interactive here, right? That's called transformation. I can't just watch the content. I got to critique it. I feel like, yeah, right. So you beat me to it. A small streamer may never reach the payout threshold. Yeah, this is true. This is true, and I agree with that. But the more opportunities you have, and like, to be fair, Corey, I got to cut you off at the bud here. Cut you off at the bud. Is that the saying? You know how I became interested in your platform? Because of multi-streaming. So the only reason I'm here, not the only, but one of the big reasons that I'm on Velora.tv is because I saw it come up as a multi-stream output option on BeamStream. I was like, okay, another platform, cool. Sign up, go over, grab my handle, grab your handle, grab your baby. I did it, started streaming to it. Turns out there was all kinds of other issues with, I just got fiber here and my bitrate was way too high and all this crap. And you came in, you DM'd me and said, hey man, I know you've been streaming to our platform, but just letting you know, whatever you're sending isn't working. It's all garbled and there's too much bitrate and blah, blah, blah. So and I was like, whoa, shit, this is the dude who made the sites, contacted me. Okay, I'll pay attention to that then. I sat up and listened. So like the idea of multi-streaming to a new platform, sure, it could get lost in the dust and no one will ever find anything about it. No one will care. But if the platform shows initiative and reaches out to the streamer, that can change everything. Because that's the reason that I believe in your platform, because of that one outreach that you did when I was not even interested in what you had. But because of that, I became interested. Yeah, it's rad, man. And now I'm sitting here in your chat at 1:32 a.m. Take a leaf out of my book, dude. I was in that Discord chat with you guys at 3 a.m. Blue Opal, the more platforms you're streaming to as a small streamer, the better chance you have to make a little, especially if you point to something external such as Ko-Fi and become more established, you can focus a little better. I agree. I'm on that train. I'm grateful that you're here. Thank you, Corey. I have made a whopping $4 streaming. Okay. That's my take on it. Let's continue.
Look, I'm a sharp CEO. I'm a businessman. At the end of the day, I'm a businessman. I'm going to be honest. If something's irrelevant, I'm going to call it out. Because I'm honest. But, you know, if you're getting a little bit of bits here, a little bit of kicks there, a little bit of volts here, you may never reach payout on any of those places if you're a super small streamer.
This is true.
And then you're having to manage multiple chats. Find a service like Restream or BeamStream, or if you have the internet connection to do it yourself, you're one of the lucky ones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can do it from multiple OBS instances.
But then you're like, if you don't have the internet connection, you're relying on another service to handle your multi-streaming.
Yeah, true.
Which is not a positive thing for you. I can just straight out tell you that. And if you do have the bandwidth for it, you know, like there are people on Beam that pride themselves that they are live on 25, 30, 35, 40 platforms at once.
Yeah.
When you are on more than 5 platforms at once, how are you keeping up with who followed you, who this, who that? I don't care what plugin or thing you use that combines things. There becomes a point where you are spread, as ENT said in the chat, where you're spreading yourself too thin, and you're not. There comes a point where it just becomes ridiculously fucking stupid.
Kind of. I'm going to push back slightly on that because there are ways to acknowledge everyone. I fundamentally disagree with that take. I think that the more it's like, okay, the comparison would be, let's say that you have a business or a thing that you want to advertise, and you go and let's go back in time and say it's like 1980 or 1985 or something, and newspapers are all the rage, right? And you want to get your thing into as many people's hands as you choose, as you want. You would put your advertisement in as many multiple newspapers as possible, right? You wouldn't just pick one newspaper and say, I'm only going to put my ad there. You'd pick a variety of them and say, I'm going to put my advertisement there. Now, the same theory, if you want to reach multiple people, as many as possible, you will use every avenue that's available to you to reach those people. And then at some point, you'll do what I do and you'll say, hey, I've made my choice and my home is Velora.tv, and I'd encourage you all to come over to Velora.tv and sign up. Now, you might not want that, but let me just tell you, and this is my personal spiel, I say things like, you might not give a flying fuck about Velora.tv because you might say, I'm already on Kick, I'm already on Twitch, I'm already doing my thing, I'm on YouTube, I'm doing my thing, I'm great, I'm fine. Okay, great. Stick with that and keep using it. But when things change and when the platform is bigger, such as when platforms grow and they become large, you might be kicking yourself that you didn't get in early and grab your handle, right? Nail your handle down. You might be pissed off that you didn't do that. And then you might want to go over and try to claim GivesAMinute on Velora. No, it's gone because I got it. Your handle might be gone by the time you decide to go over and get it. So what I suggest is get it urgently, get it early, and park it and hold on to it. And then later on, when Clavicula's streaming on Velora and 1,000 people come in every day, then you can go over and go, oh, I've already got Peter Plays on Velora.tv. And there you go. You got your little community there and you can siphon off all of Clavicula's bone-smashing, look-smaxing fuckers out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my take on it. So I feel like you should put out your reach as far as possible. And at some point, multiple times during a stream, you should be telling everybody, my choice is Velora.tv because of all these cool things. You should get your hand. And by the way, fuck it, let's do it. Where is my, it's right there in the chat right now. Grab your handle, or it should be coming up in the chat right now. A little YouTube link that'll come up through the Beam chat. Grab your handle. Grab your handle. There it is. Oh, that was Hexy. I don't know about Velora until Gives was streaming from it, and I signed up. Bingo bango. Why did my Velora link not work? Shit, I just did all this and then my Velora link's not working. Did that not work on YouTube as well? It did. What is Beam not pulling in YouTube chat? What the hell's going on? Why did that? It came up in the YouTube chat, but it didn't come up in Velora, in Beam. There it is. I don't know why that didn't happen. Maybe I didn't hit it hard enough. There is a link there though. Anyway, that's my take on it. And my take differs to Corey, but that's what makes the world exciting, right? Like if we all took the same take, boring. You agree with you, you agree with you, you agree with you, boring. We all got to have a different take, you know? Corey, at least make sure the platforms that you're choosing when you're doing 10 plus, at least make sure UniChat or whatever you, yeah. You want to, yeah. And by the way, I'm not doing this because of whatever, but that's the reason that I made my own chat overlay, because I think Blaze is looking pretty interesting. Blaze is crypto backed and I'm interested in crypto, and Blaze you can multi-stream to from BeamStream, but the chat doesn't work. So I decided to make my own chat, which I'm going to pull in from Blaze. There are other platforms like arena.social. I kind of like what that does. Even Odyssey, you know, you might want to go over there and do that. BitChute, you might want to do that. Rumble, all that. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that statement. All right, let's continue on.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
And again, if you want to multi-stream, that's your deal, not mine, and not Velora's. We don't care.
Thank you.
But, you know, if you can move your community to one central place,
yes,
that means all the money you're making is coming from one place.
Yeah, the only problem with that, Corey, is that not everyone will come over. We know that, right? Like, not everyone, like, holy crap, dude. It's hard to get, like, if you've got viewers on Facebook, good luck getting them to YouTube. Hell no. And vice versa, right?
You can build your bigger community base at that one place. You can say, this is my home.
Wait, people still stream on Facebook?
Never give up having...
Funnily enough, I'm there right now. I forgot to look. I'm there on Facebook right now.
A backup option.
Hello, Facebook.
Of course. You always need to have a backup option. But you need to pick a home. And even if you actively plan on multi-streaming, you still need to pick one place.
It's true.
Out of all your multi-streaming places that is your home.
I completely agree with that.
And value proposition wise, in today's markets, if you want a platform that will not train on you, and I don't want this to say like now I'm trying to pull a beam and like talk in our favor, but the numbers and the honesty and the data speaks for itself. We pay better than Twitch does. We have fairer policies than Twitch does.
These are all true statements from Velora. Flosky says it'll never happen that mainstream viewers who watch tons of people on YouTube or Twitch will switch to a smaller platform for viewing where none of their favorites stream. This is very true, man. And I got to give it to DLive. When they brought PewDiePie in, that's a good idea. To bring in the big guns, contract the big guns in, great idea. Done. They didn't... PewDiePie turned out to be a dead weight, but the concept was good. Judesky, I like platforms that let me stream what I want. Yes. Can you stream on MySpace? Do you know that the MySpace are making a comeback in 2026? There's talk about MySpace reforming. That's pretty interesting. Are you streaming to Brighteon.com? Gives no, that's not one I know about. I'll get a screenshot of that. Thank you, Netskis. Thank you, man. I'll get a screenshot.
We didn't just introduce a new thing that you have to go opt out of that says AI will train on your data like Twitch did today.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Because we're not going to. We're not backed by an illegal casino.
Yeah, true.
Like Kick. We're not an echo chamber of hate like Rumble.
Corey, it's going to be a weird comeback because everyone who craves MySpace nostalgia, and if they miss the mark, it'll fail flat. Do you know what, man? Is it the nostalgia concept? Is that just like a fleeting concept? Like, it's like, yeah, and now we're going to also bring back cassette tapes and everyone's going to have to rewind them on a pencil. No, the fun of that is, hey, there's a cassette tape. Hey, that's cool. Where's my CD? Where's my MP3? You know, it's cool to acknowledge it and appreciate it, but to go back and actively use it, that's a different thing, right? Different thing entirely.
You know?
Yeah.
And we have, out of all the streaming platforms out there, we have...
They have crypto rewards?
We're in the top three of the low latency category. Probably top two. In fact... I have a testimonial, and I'm not going to say who said it because I haven't got their permission to publish it.
Absolutely.
There was a Beam streamer.
Corey, absolutely. MySpace was fun because we could build real profiles, and I think classic MySpace is how most people learned their first custom style sheets and HTML. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, and like the top 8. You took me out of your top 8. Man, I had a girlfriend at the time, and she put her profile. Dude, this was a horrible experience, but we had a fight and she changed her MySpace profile to more single than a slice of Kraft cheese. And I was like, we didn't break up. We just had a row. We didn't break up. And she's like, I'm that's my social. And I'm like, yeah, but what? You're not single. We're together. Are we not together? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, so what are you promoting to the, by the way, social media? We didn't call it that then. It was just like MySpace. Why does your MySpace say you're single? It's like, oh, do you not like that? I'm like, no, you're not single. This is just dumb, right? I got in so much trouble every time I rotated my top 8. Of course you did, man. Physical media is having a form of comeback due to streaming platforms commonly getting rid of previously purchased content. You don't own it. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Also streams to Velora. And they stream to Velora from Beam. Okay. Using Beam's multi-streaming. Are you ready for this?
I love physical media, especially the vinyl made this. Dude, I've got to do some more virtual vinyl streams. When we get back from this road trip, we'll do more virtual vinyl streams for sure.
I wish you could see my face right now. Sometime I need to get a camera up again. And
yeah, where is your camera?
Get over it. But if you guys wouldn't judge me for the fact that I have that bone condition, you know? Like, that's the hardest part for me is the bone condition, and then I've lost teeth because of it. And that's why I don't get on camera. Unless I have my veneers, and in my veneers, if I have them in longer than 30 minutes, they start hurting my mouth really badly.
That's fair enough.
So I try not to.
I'm hideous, but I still go on camera. I don't give a fuck what people think of me. Flowski, Sony is trying to get rid of disc media entirely for their next PlayStation. A lot of pushback from gamers. Yeah, right. Wait, games still come on a physical disc? I'm not a gamer, so I didn't know that. You can still go to a store and get like a CD-ROM or something, or a DVD-ROM?
You know, which is why I don't use a camera.
They do, but just, not for long with Sony.
Being honest.
Yeah, right.
But okay, person streams on Beam, uses Beam, the multi-stream on Velora. So the pipe is going to Beam, then to Velora.
1:46 a.m. Yes.
And they're seeing it sooner on Velora than on Beam.
This happened with me, man.
I don't know how that makes sense. I have yet to figure that out.
Remember we did that test?
But I didn't believe them. And then I pulled up 2 computers, pressed enter at the same exact, not 2 computers, but 2 browser windows.
It's a fact.
Side by side, pressed, enter basically, click enter, like.
We did that, man. We did that here. We did that here. We did that when FTL was announced, Faster Than Light. So there's something, I don't understand this, but there's something weird going on with Beamstream and Velora. So like Velora already has super low latency, right? Like super low. And Beam had just announced their Faster Than Light technology, which is just a rebrand of something that already exists with the same name to make it even more confusing. Doesn't Angel make weird decisions? He's like, this is low latency streaming, which already exists, and it existed back in the day, and they called it Faster Than Louder, but we're doing it now better, and it's also called Faster Than Light. Did I say Faster Than Louder? There used to be a website called Faster Louder in Australia. So redo. Beam announce they're going to release this technology. It's super low latency, nearly, sub-millisecond latency. They say, by the way, and this is Angel on a stream. He's going, oh, this technology has existed for ages on the internet. Like people are already using it, and for many years it's been used. It's called Faster Than Light. But here at Beam, we do things differently. We're doing our version of it, and it's called Faster Than Light. It's like, what are you talking about, man? So there's tech that already exists. You're doing your version of it, and you're calling it the same thing. I've got this sugar syrup drink. It's called Coca-Cola. What are you doing, man? Like, come up with a better name. Do your own name. For that matter, Beam is also taken over and over again, right? Like, the last time Beam was a thing, Casey Neistat's Beam, right? The Beam, put your camera on your chest and record. I just think that he misses the mark on those kind of things. And that's just a subtle thing. But the thing is, we tested this on my stream where it would come, I'd stream from OBS into Beam, into Velora, and the chat would come in Velora faster than it came into the Beam chat. By a long shot. Like, it wasn't just like, there it is. It was like, there it is, and wait for Beam. There it is. So what's going on there? It's gone from my It's gone from here, from OBS, it's gone up into Beam, it's gone from Beam to Velora, yet Velora gets it faster than Beam does. Latency on Beam Studio is lower. Latency on Beam Studio. No, I'm using Beam Studio, Judeski. I'm using Beam Stream Studio. Slower,
and
not lower. Okay, wrong word.
the stream they sent through Beam to Velora. Yeah. Was further ahead on Velora than it was on Beam.
So you
So
tested
all their hard work on latency, even multi-streaming through them, you get a better end result here on Velora.
How about Quantum Stream for faster than light service? Yeah,
And to
good
me,
name.
that blows my mind. I don't know how it's possible, but it blows my mind. I think it's fucking hilarious. Anyway, back to this alliance.
Since Beam
Champion an open ecosystem.
Flowski, since Beam relies on external platform APIs, is it possible some platforms only broadcast chat data every X seconds? Yeah. Yeah. From what I understand how APIs work, which is not very detailed, but yeah, you could be right.
An industry that competes through innovation, not exclusivity. What the Alliance learns is published for platforms outside of it too.
Okay.
So if I join this alliance and we build our in-house protocol, are you saying I'm going to have to tell the world that they can use it?
That's interesting. Yeah. You don't want that.
Fuck you will.
So, okay. I think Corey's made his point there.
I have massive...
Wait a second. Should we grab that?
I have...
Oh, wait. Fuck you will. Ugh. Wait. Fuck. It's such a long gap.
Fuck you will.
I'm grabbing that, dude. That's got to be... we got to get some audio grabs here from Corey. Fuck you will. That's going to be a new one, man. Let's grab that. Quick time. Fuck you will. Let's grab this, man. New audio recording. You hear a double up here, I guess. Oh, wait. Where are we? Where does he say it?
Fuck you will.
Okay, so that's at 42:16. Fuck you will. Make sure you get the clip of his avatar. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Here we go. You might hear a double up here.
Fuck you will.
That's the first. That's the first audio grab. Make this full screen and grab a screenshot of the avatar without anything in front of it. Fuck you will. We got to grab that, man. Fuck you will. Fuck you will. It's like he's talking to Will Smith. Fuck you will. Okay, we gotcha.
I have massive respect for the open source community. But everything that we will be, our in-house player, which is being used currently on our website, and our in-house media engine and our in-house protocol, two things that are coming.
Jim's in the house.
Our 1 year.
Open Source Developers Unite. How you doing, Jim? Wait, that's not Jim. My name's T. My bad. What the hell is with my eyes? It's T. Sorry, dude. There might be beer in this alcohol. I think there's 13 of them. I see them in there. Yep.
Next month. So coming later this year into the beginning of next year.
Watch out for the slap.
They are proprietary software and proprietary protocols. They will not be open sourced. They belong to Velora and Velora only. And I don't think that's... What, if I open source it, Twitch could take it tomorrow, and Twitch could be like, yeah, we're going to take, like, we're going to move everybody off of this to this.
That's a fair point, dude.
And then Twitch has everything. Because they're not, I mean, they're stuck in Amazon's ecosystems. That's kind of a bad example, but like...
So, Corey, while you're here, so is that a reason why, Velora wouldn't join the Alliance because of number 6? Because of that point? Is that a fair assessment?
Build something that's blows Beam out of the water, blows Pill, VPZONE, Rumble, Kick, whatever out of the water.
Corey,
We've already blown them all out of the water, but like say like really even more so.
Corey said, I asked them a bunch of questions, never got answers, and that was one of the questions. So they just didn't answer that. Well, that's a fair reason for you not to want to join up. If you have read these bullet points about what joining would entail, and then you have further questions about those points, and they don't respond, you're in the right spot there to not join up for sure. Brent, the SVP and Beam kept ignoring questions, pushing me to sign a release to let them use our name in their PR. So they just didn't answer your questions, and they said, by the way, we've got a deadline here. If you want to be announced in the PR release, you have to sign this NDA, I guess. Man, just throw that thing in front of you until you sign it. Daily emails, 3 on the last day. Man, yeah, okay.
Something that is proprietary and unaccessible without a license from us.
Yeah.
If I instead of kept the license to us and I open sourced that.
Got a point there, Corey.
We have absolutely no edge. Other than the fact that we're just a better platform. I mean, there is that edge. Being a better platform is a very solid edge.
That's a big edge.
And then, membership is open to platforms that share the objectives. We're looking for a few more founders. But anyway, that wasn't what I wanted to show you.
Where the fuck? What's this, Australia? There's no city, dude. That graphic. See where my mouse is hovering? Where that points to in Australia, there's no city there. That's not even Darwin. That's like above Mount Isa. There's nothing there, dude. Anyway, it's just an AI generated, but
what I wanted to show you was on their tweet. Hold on a sec. I'm just gonna.
Why is there a light going to Madagascar? They probably got an ingest over there, dude. There's one at the top of Australia too, apparently. You know what you need, Corey? You need a little background audio. I'll give it to you. Just something to let us know that you're still there. You can use mine.
I just changed the title and category to be more accurate.
Okay.
And then I'm going to end this stream and I'll come back and I'll do Forza after I eat dinner. I could have got Forza done.
Maybe that's where their secret huge data centers are. Flosky.
I mean,
There's Rock,
I
Hexy.
probably am
There's
going
Rock.
to publish this VOD because I have been a little bit cheeky about the whole thing. But
hey, folks, I'm going to take a slash, but I am still listening, but I'm going to take a whiz. I'll be right back.
But the alliance is, it's a Beam thing. It's Beam CEO, it's Beam's SVP, But anyway, so they made a mistake, then deleted their tweet and reposted it. Okay, I did not get a screenshot of the tweet before they deleted it. I'm curious if anybody else, like, people are cheering them on like it's a good thing. But anyway, I recognize some of these names from people that but here, this one. This is the one that got me. What happened to the other platform, LOL? And the CEO of Beam Media Corporation. This is the kind of comment that inadvertently starts conspiracy thinking. But Velora failed to send the signed authorization form on time, so they were eliminated from the press release. They can still join at any time.
That reads pretty poorly from Angel. Yeah. Conspiracy thinking? They should be embracing that since they bought Build. Exactly, dude. Yeah, the irony. Someone should have tweeted that. I mean, I made a tweet I made a tweet here about you should have bought DLive as well. Such an arsehole. I mean, that is a pretty horrible response from Angel. He didn't really vet that one before he posted it, because all that does now is make it that just sends out the daggers against Velora. They didn't sign the form, so they're eliminated. It's like you didn't meet our requirements, and then but you know what, man? Oh, Velora, Corey did respond, I guess. I'm hoping you responded with, we had multiple questions that went unanswered. That's why we didn't sign. Which is a completely fair response. I hope that's what you said. I brought up your tweets. Man, cool, man. Yeah, mine are in there. Hexy's over here. Hexy's here on Velora.
Okay, Mr. Munoz. Velora failed to and were eliminated. The way that he worded that paints us negatively.
Totally.
No. I asked them questions that they refused to answer.
You did say
I suggested
yes
that they should wait until their purchase of pills died down.
Yes, definitely. Put some legs between that.
They did not listen to anything. I also said there needs to be an outside human being overseeing this that's not related to any of the founding platforms.
100%.
They did not do that.
100%. An external.
So.
Yeah. 100%.
Their CEO used wording that made it look like we did the wrong thing.
Yeah, you fucked up there.
Or that we messed up and we were eliminated from the press release.
Yeah.
And again,
you should never ask questions, Corey. What are you doing asking questions? You should just sign, dude. Just sign. Stop asking questions and get that pen scratching.
That did I close it? I really close it. Fuck me. Anyway.
Just don't read it. Next thing I'll be in the next human centipede.
That they did not go back and fix their proofreading enough.
Yeah. Doesn't read very well, does it?
So that it says the Alliance launches with 4 founding members beam pilled and VPs.
Yeah. They were so busy with other things, man.
Right. Anyway, but again, launches with 4 founding members beam pilled in VPZONE. They failed kindergarten math.
You made your
point. This
point.
looks like to anybody that does not know the truth, which I think is hilarious. Anyway, back to the tweet. Let's go back over here. Go back over here.
It's sloppy, Jude. By the way, Corey's answering the other question in the chat. They had prepared for it's bad form. It just means that they. I mean, it's a big thing because they were obviously hoping that you guys with Velora would sign up, and when you didn't, you would have thought that they would have just double checked because it's a big announcement, right? And they just didn't do that.
Okay, somebody's just congratulating them. Yeah, and congratulate all you want.
The other point is that they assumed Velora would agree. Who'd reject? Yeah, true.
Why did you reply to him saying something bad about us? Because.
Yeah, that's a good point. Corey, Angel could have responded to that message saying, at the time of our launch, we only had 3 platforms. He doesn't have to mention anything else, but he name-called you. And he put you down. Yeah, not cool.
That, I could have totally gone for slander on this, and I've thought about it. Anyway.
So what did you say?
Somebody asked which one, and the person wrote back, the one that was listed and this person I respect. I have great respect for them. If you have not followed them,
Koimiya.
If you've not followed this person and you've not watched their podcast, they do an amazing podcast.
Yeah, he said it starts. This is the kind of tweet that he basically name checked his own tweet. This is the kind of tweet that starts conspiracy theories and then names you guys. That's fucked, man. That is rotten. That is a rotten attempt at putting you guys down. For sure.
Like a really, really good podcast.
That's a
And
shame,
they
dude.
are on our platform as well. So I encourage you to.
That's a
you know,
shame.
check it out.
That's bad. That's a bad
And they were
take from
very
Angel.
clear. The one that was the original tweet then got deleted. I'm not going to go into details. Just curious if something was announced earlier than expected. And then somebody else said Velora was in there too. You know, who we're not mutual on our Velora account. But anyway, we made a statement.
Here we go.
I made a statement last night. I quoted Angel's post. We want to bring transparency to the table after the words failed and eliminated were wrongfully used relating to our platform and the GLA.
Nice.
We had questions that went unanswered, including Beam Media Corp's acquisition of Pilled just days before the Alliance announcement.
Nice.
If Velora was still to join this alliance, we would still take our spot as a founding member of the alliance, as we were one of the earliest platforms spoken to about the alliance.
Okay.
We requested transparency that we did not receive. Transparency that the general public is still asking for clarification on.
Yep. Fair.
This was not just about
Fair
my
point.
ask. This
Fair
was
point.
about the public's ask. And does the public ask?
Alliance equals
Yes.
join us or die. Yeah, yeah. Join us or be eliminated. Yeah, fully. Yep.
Oh my God, he's he was on a kick show today. Okay.
I think your response was pretty good.
I mean,
That's a
let me just
great.
keep
That's
going
a fair response. Pretty clear. Pretty succinct. Did they respond
Okay,
to your
for one,
response?
this is the worst picture I've ever, like the worst.
Agreed, Jude. Yeah.
What in the Illuminati?
They didn't
fuck
respond?
Is this
Okay.
combined with what in the AI fuck is this? Just saying.
Looks like a bill poster for a metal band.
I mean, in Pilled, like
A joint tour of two metal bands.
if you look at this on the Pilled logo, like, can you see this on the Pilled logo? Can you see the Pilled logo here?
That's not right.
You see this?
What's that extra
This little
bulge?
bump here? This weird little bump. But do you see this weird little bump?
That's just AI going schizo, right?
Like, here's the pill, and there's this little bump on the pill.
It's weird.
Little tiny bump on the pill.
It's an extra bulge, or is it happy to see the public?
Oh, come on. Go away, bar. Go away, bar.
It's also
We don't
taken straight
want
out
you.
of Dr. Mario. Is
I
it?
don't want you.
That pill?
I want you to go away. Do I have to go somewhere?
Pill just looks horrible,
Make the
dude.
bar go away. Why is the... I don't want to watch any of this shit. Okay, I'm coming out of full screen. If we look at the Pilled logo, can we...
It's a weird logo,
There
man.
ain't no bump in that logo. So, like, they couldn't even, like, place the logos them fucking selves. They used AI to do it, and it added a bump to the fucking logo of the platform they
Yeah,
bought.
fair enough. Yeah, but yeah. Look,
And
if I was pilled, I'd be pissed at that. But I don't know. It's obviously an AI generated bill poster. It looks horrible, but it's amazing it's all spelt correctly. You know, because AI. Remember when AI was like really horrible at spelling?
The Beam logo, too, is another just weird... That it's like you can tell that AI took their logo and changed it.
Yeah,
and they're
it's
just
true.
Like, hey, yeah, that's cool. Let's
Yeah.
put that out there. That's good PR. Let's do this.
Yeah, it is strange to let
Nearly
that go
12
through.
million people reached. I bet that's a fucking lie. I don't care. I bet it's a fucking lie.
Dude. Excuse me. What did you just say?
Nearly 12 million people reached. I bet that's a fucking lie. I don't care.
I'm getting that. I don't care. We're going to build up a wealth of Corey alerts here, folks. Let's get a quick time. I don't care. It's on full screen. Hold on. Fuck. What have I done? I've gone out of... Hang on. Because it's full screen. Getting all kinds of trouble. Quick time player. From whence did we go? Here we go. Quick recording, new audio recording. It's over here now. Start the record, turn the volume up, press play.
I bet that's a fucking lie.
Wait for it.
I don't care. I bet it's a fucking lie.
That's all I wanted.
I don't want to.
I don't care. This is another one. I don't care. Save it. I don't care. Get a screenshot of your beautiful avatar. Just getting a little backlog of audio grabs here from Corey.
Refer friends to Microsoft Edge. I'm only using it because I don't typically open a web browser on this fucking computer. I only open it when I have to show shit. Because I do not browse the web on my gaming
Everyone's
computer.
favorite browser, Edge. Yeah.
Because I have protections pretty much turned all the way fucking off on this computer.
It's smart to use a separate,
some
separate
single
browser.
player games, some of the mods set shit off, so I'm just like, yeah, I don't play that game. Anyway.
Corey, I've learned I don't mince words. I definitely got my mother's mouth. Blue Opal, it's pretty sad if you take a moment that a small platform is attacking another small platform over peanuts. You tried to work together, but if someone says no, then stop engaging and move on. So you're saying someone says no. Well, I guess, yeah. So I just read that incorrectly. You're on Velora's side here. Yeah, Angel did attack Velora in that response. No reason. Like Corey had said, we had questions that went unanswered and therefore we didn't sign on the dotted line before the date that they wanted. That's why we're in this position, because you guys didn't answer the questions we had. And by the sounds of it, unless Corey's lying, which I have no reason to believe Corey would lie, but unless he is lying, then that's a valid reason to not join up. If you've got questions that have gone unanswered, you would be the fool, to coin a Dale Bold phrase, you would be the fool to sign up with these questions that have not been answered. Yeah. Pretty horrible, right? And if this is the Alliance, like there needs to be more clarity here. And I don't believe if you issue a website which outlines your mission statement and your modus operandi, and you have all this lined out, and then you say, do you want to join up? And you go, oh, I'm just reading through what you've got there. Yeah, it looks good. And I agree with this. Like, we need this. What does this bit mean? Shh. No, we're not going to tell you. Sign. But hang on. I'm not sure what I'm signing. Stop fucking talking and just sign. What? I want you to sign, but I'm not sure what this bit means. Don't worry about that. We've got you, and we'll get you, and then we'll own you. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Like you have that. Everybody should, you hear it in crypto, DYOR, do your own research, right? Do the research, which is what's happened here. I don't understand what that bit means. I'm very concerned with it. I want to know, can you answer that? Shh, no, not going to answer. Not going to answer. We've given you the outline. That's all you need. Just the outline. But what does the outline mean? Shh. Sign. Sign up or be eliminated. I've got to be a bit theatrical about it, but that's what's going on, right? That's the crux of the matter here. And then to flame Velora on the socials, to name them and say that they didn't sign on the dotted line and they've been eliminated. Like, this just looks like schoolyard bullying, like lame. Judsky, having worked at the top, I missed that chat. Flashbacks to D-Live. Yeah, Dalsky's still here. I'll tell you every question I had and everything I had to say was sent to both Brent and Angel. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not, I know that's Jude asking, but I'm not saying, like, we have no reason to not believe what Corey is saying, both in my chat and in this live feed that he did. There's no reason, and I'm sure, like, I mean, if it came down to it, I'm sure you've got the receipts of those emails. Like, I'm sure of that. Not that we're asking for them now, but if it ever did come down to it, when it comes down to it, I'm sure you've got them. Flosky, it reminds me of Adobe trying to buy out and absorb all the venture competition, eventually killing the products and overcharging. Not a fan. Corel. Right. I've no reason to doubt Corey at all. Well, look, I mean, this time last year, I didn't know Corey and I didn't know Velora, but now I'm thankful I know both Corey and Velora, and I have no reason to disbelieve this either. So that's where I'm at personally, and we're doing this stream here to shed light on this and to work ourselves through this. Thank you, and damn it, thank you, Gives. No worries, Corey. You're welcome, man.
And of course, he has to be right on it. To infinity and beyond. Oh, and then there was the Beam song.
Dump them out. Oh, I don't have to see the. Do we know? I don't want to see the Beam song.
You know, there was the Beams.
I'm taking a piss. If you're doing this Beam song, I'm taking a piss.
And there's all these people congratulating them, but I want to bring this up. GivesAMinute, who is an amazing streamer, who's actually said.
Wait, I'm going to the bathroom. I heard my name.
Shit. D-Live, could that have been saved? Now, he says they did try to reach out to D-Live. I'm kind of the like, I don't understand the way this is considered a reach out. I hope they reached out in other ways. I mean, I guess. Oh. Or Trovo. Either would have been better. Pilled as toxic. Beam says we're not done. I hadn't seen this comment. I missed that one. We're not done.
Not done.
Did you buy more platforms?
Interesting.
Ooh. If y'all haven't followed, I am following him from the Velora account. I didn't realize I wasn't following him from mine. If you've never seen GivesAMinute.
Oh, can I stop you right there? If you've never seen GivesAMinute, do yourself a favor and don't. Look the other way right now. Don't do it. Shut up. I think, Corey, while I was taking a slash there, yeah, I did ask that question about what does that mean? What does the mean you reached out to them? And I quoted their original tweet in it, and it's like, I just felt like it felt like he didn't answer me and he was just playing me along. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to engage this. I've made my point and I'm going to move on from it. But if you want to just respond like a child, then I'll just walk away from it. But yeah.
Amazing streams. Amazing discussions.
Thank you, man.
Tons of talk about homebrew and whiskey.
Yes. I wouldn't mind a whiskey right now, actually.
And also...
Talks too much. Hideous head. Needs a haircut. Just got one.
He's a surfer from Australia.
I am a surfer.
But
hang on, we all surf down under.
And a backpacker and traveler and just all that.
A backpacker? I do travel.
He went off the grid and did some off the grid streaming.
Wait, get back on track here. What's this about me now? This is not about. Let's get back on the beam wagon, dude. Get off me. Get off me.
So if you have not...
It's 2:18. I'll take a whiskey.
Heard about GivesAMinute. He also made a video on...
Let me finish that statement then. Hang on.
Heard about GivesAMinute. He also made a video...
If you've not heard about GivesAMinute, I'll give you the statement there. Close your ears. Corey and Gives, there's a game called Off the Grid.
It was fucking fantastic. So if you have not heard about GivesAMinute,
you better
He also made a video on YouTube the other day talking about how now is the time to join Velora. Because,
absolutely.
Before your name is taken.
Yep.
And all the other things that go along with that.
He has a giant van he hauls around on his back, Flesky.
But, I do want to give, and I'm not putting Gives on blast here because I think he is the most brilliant
Finish it.
with what he does.
Well, you didn't say what you, but the brilliant, he's the most brilliant, fill in the blanks here. It's funny. Judeski, I got to go to sleep. Those hospital trips. No worries, Jude. Thanks for hanging out with us for a while. Yeah, take care. Blue Opals, I know it's a long shot, but do you know an Aussie streamer in game called Zcrave, a developer? I do not. I don't know Zcrave. Sorry about that. No. Yeah.
And amazing. Let me zoom this back out.
I often retweet
crazy.
the numbers on Velora.
I appreciate him and his support of us.
Thank you, man. Yeah, there's my response.
I guess his tweet was on this.
Twitter's weird like this, eh? Like I often get lost on Twitter. You got to.
Okay, Twitter is like really sorry. X is such a fucking pain to find what you want.
Yeah, I find you got to hit replies.
I change it this way. Will it do it?
No, you got to hit replies, don't
or are
you?
we just gonna get the same shit again?
It's weird that never used to be that way, and then it. Elon.
Is it on this? Might be on this post. Yep. Here we go.
Yeah.
So days ago. So on the Alliance post.
Yep.
We're going to zoom this in a little bit more again. I'm confused about Alliance with a platform you also just acquired. Can that be explained?
I feel like that's a legitimate question, right? I feel like that is legitimate. You acquired a platform and then announced an alliance with them. But Beam's answer or Angel's answer?
Simple. Build has not been acquired by Beam or has been merged yet. Our agreement is not finalized and requires a due diligence process, and their management supports the alliance regardless if we merge or not.
To which I responded.
And he called him out, rightfully so.
Thank you, Corey.
Beam and Pild have signed an agreement to merge.
That tells me that there's a merger, right? That doesn't tell me that there's not going to be a merger. That's an announcement of the merge. Beam and Pild have signed an agreement to merge. I signed an agreement to move into a rental, and I move in on the 26th. That means on the 26th, I'll move in. The agreement was signed. What are we doing here? Why is that not clear? I don't think I'm out of my depth here to ask that, or to not even ask, just to state that. And that's a quote from what they tweeted. That's a Beam tweet that they made. I just quoted it. So.
And Angel Munoz just spitting out more corporate speak.
Yeah, but read what he said. He said both are correct. We've signed an agreement to merge, but the merger is not yet complete. No shit, dude. That's why you signed the merger. That's the signing. The signing is probably dated, right? Like the signing is, do we agree that this is going to happen? You agree? I agree. Witness, signed off. That is the merger. So either tell us the date or don't tell us that it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like don't say we signed an agreement to merge, but we're not going to merge. Run that by me again. Yeah, we signed an agreement. Both parties signed this agreement to merge, but neither of us are merging. So dumb, right? Like so dumb. The proposed transaction remains subject to the execution of a definitive agreement board, definitive agreements. He's edited that. There's a double space there. Board approvals, customary due diligence, and satisfaction of customary closing conditions. There's two double spacings there, so he's gone out and cut shit out. It's just weird, right? Like again, if this is the way that the CEO of Beam responds to an outsider, right? Someone who just uses like I'm a paying member of Beam and I'm a streamer on Velora. I'm outside of the Allegiant. I am someone that the Alliance should be benefiting, right? I'm a streamer. So the Alliance is set up to benefit streamers, content creators. So I am one of them. This is me asking with no requirements. Like I don't have to sign on any dotted line. I don't have to join anything. I'm just asking the simplest of simple questions. And not only does he not answer, but he talks down to me as if I'm, I don't know, like as if I'm a child, right? Like that's the way this comes across. So if that's how he talks to the person that he is hoping to have a gain from his creation of the Global Live Streaming Alliance to benefit people like me, is this the start of it? Because if it is, you need to go back. You need to rewind and start again, because this isn't working from the onset. If this is how you treat the actual people who are going to benefit, or is it that only Beam who's going to benefit from this? That could be where this goes. Beam is the only one who's going to benefit. We own them, and we're not done yet. Those are two very clear statements that he's made. We own them. He wrote that in a chat on another streamer's platform, talking about the acquisition of Pilled. We own them. And in these tweets, he said, we're not done yet, in reference to other platforms that they may acquire. So what I'm saying is the optics of this doesn't look great from Beam's perspective towards people that are meant to benefit from the whole concept of the Global Live Streaming Alliance. Crazy.
And Angel Munoz just spitting out more corporate speak. But they had they put the whole press release out. They put all this other shit out. You know? Come the fuck on now.
Is this another?
Come the fuck on now.
I don't even know what you said then, Corey, but I'm grabbing it, dude. I've got loads of Corey quotes here. I don't even know. Did you say calm the fuck down? I don't even know what you said, man. Is that English? What did you even say then? Come the fuck on now. Okay. Come the fuck on now. Okay, I'm grabbing that.
Come the fuck on now.
There it is. I can hear it clearly. Come the fuck on now.
You know?
Come the fuck on now. Come the fuck on. You're gonna regret saying all this shit, man, because it's coming up and people are gonna trigger this on my stream. Come the fuck on now. Save that one. Get another little screen grab of get that off the. I want to get your avatar in big. I'll grab it there. All right, good. Come the fuck on now.
Come to fuck on.
Don't do the wrong one. Yeah.
I am going to check out more of this Fairphone just because I want to learn more about it.
Okay.
It's not for me, but I'm.
That's it then?
Curious about it.
You're back on the phone, right? Corey, educate me. Does it go back in, or we're back on the phone now? I do go back. Okay, you do go back. Okay, cool.
Love it.
Come the fuck on now.
I really do hate that they tried to make it look like a fucking iPhone.
Should I skip on?
But I want to say it. You know, there's.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
There are other people, you know, that have had concerns. And I have received things that are concerning in my I've received things that are.
By the way, I just noted, looking at the tweet that Angel responded with, why did he quote that? Both are correct. We signed an agreement to merge, but the merger is not yet complete. And then this is a quote. The proposed transaction remains subject to execution of definitive agreements. Is that just, why did he quote that? Down here, he quoted that. Did he just copy that out of his lawyer's response? Quote this to them? Possibly.
I've received things that are concerning in my
Oh, that's that's a way better avatar to grab. Big Corey avatar. Let me grab that for my screenshots. Wait for grab that. Yep.
messages.
I'm gonna grab another one.
And so I want to go forward here. One more thing.
He did pull it from a document it felt needed to quote. Maybe, yeah, maybe. He probably quoted it because it was micro printed on the bottom of the contract everyone signed. Maybe, yeah, true. Yeah, you're right.
Because if you're going to get your ass kicked, you might as well
make it a whopping.
Go all the way.
A good thumping.
Shit. I'm looking for it. Give me a moment. Okay. Can I collapse this?
This is why Corey doesn't stream this late.
I don't.
He's having a hard time here, isn't he?
Okay, first off, completely unrelated. I want to
okay, we'll move on from Fortnite.
Congratulate. People were talking about, you know,
we'll move on from Fortnite. Is it
them.
Okay, here we go.
And other people have screenshots of this too. Comes in, links to the tweet about it, and then when it's talked about,
there it is.
We own them.
There it is, yeah.
His words, we own them.
Yeah. I mean,
I mentioned those words to him in email and said, why did you say that in a public chat?
Yeah.
On a stream. Like, you went into a streamer's stream on your platform, posted the tweet to your press release, and then said later on in the chat, we own them.
Yeah.
And for people that are worried about Pilled being separate,
fair question.
You probably should be afraid. We'll have 2 platforms in the beginning. Also, they do not have a lot of employees.
Wow. I mean, that's Angel literally, maybe he's tripping, he's just had too much to drink, but he's literally, he's laying out his game plan right there. We'll have 2 platforms in the beginning. So not 3, not 4, 2. So him and Pilled, or Beam and Pilled, are 1, and the other one is VPZONE. I mean, it's pretty clear there, right? Like, he did too much coke before going to the gym. I don't know about any of that stuff, but I mean, that is pretty clear cut. He's mouthing that off in the public chat. Like, holy shit, dude! Wow.
I can't wait. This VOD's going on YouTube, and I know I'm gonna get a cease and desist from this asshole.
It sounds pretty obvious, a standard hostile takeover stuff. Kind of. That's what it looks like.
Because he's a fucking multi-millionaire and he's a douchebag.
Maybe. We don't know. I don't know any.
Like, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, be him.
I don't want to be a part of this alliance anymore. Like, they emailed me multiple times a day. Like, I asked questions, they dodged the questions and sent me this thing that said, hey, you need to, when are you going to insert any other pushy language here?
You need to
sign this paperwork so we have legal permission to use your name in our press release.
Wow, I'm glad you didn't, dude.
Ignoring my questions, ignoring the public's questions.
I'm glad you didn't, man. Now that
I have had more than 10 people DM me. Some are Velora streamers, some were Pilled streamers who have never streamed on Velora because of what's going on, want to come over, and some of them have since, that have said to me, please do not let Beam or Angel Munoz destroy Velora.
Yeah.
Please do not let that evil man destroy what you've built. Another person, and I'm not naming names here to protect the witnesses that have messaged me, do not let the Antichrist destroy your hard labor.
That's a stretch.
And the person that said, do not let the Antichrist destroy your hard labor, had sent me a copy of a screenshot of this from their phone.
So they took that screenshot too. Wow. Yeah.
And then, let me go work out. I'll be back afterwards. Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
folks.
there is no other way to interpret that, right? And unless we're not dealing with English, he literally said we own them, and we started out with 2 platforms. Yeah. The Alliance AI image doesn't have the all-seeing eye central. I have no idea. Pilled DM'd Corey. Pilled users. I don't think. Yeah, he didn't say pilled. Pilled users. Wow, man.
I hope you've had a wonderful day. I hope you've enjoyed being here. I will be live again later with Forza. But I think this needed to be discussed.
Absolutely,
And
Corey.
so we discussed it.
We are disgusted, and we discussed it.
I think this one needs a good thumbnail too. I think this needs more than just our system picking a thumbnail.
Well, look,
which uses no AI, by the way. Like, people have asked about our thumbnail picker, and I want to tell you, it uses a scoring system that I think a 7-point scoring system. Brightness.
I'll just leave it. I'll leave it there. I'm assuming you just wrap it up there, right? I'm assuming that's where you wrap that up. So I just want to add my bit to this before I wrap my stream up. But by the way, before we do that, just out of curiosity, right? Let's take a look at something. We've been talking all about this platform Pilled. This entire time I've been live on Pilled. There I am right now on Pilled. We've been live this entire stream. This is the platform that Beam acquired. I've got 1 viewer. Live viewers, 1. 1 live viewer on Pilled. 1 live viewer. 1? And that's probably just me, right? Watching this stream. So I'm just saying, like, and I'm not saying I need more Pilled viewers. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this is the platform that Beam did acquire and then did or didn't merge. Shh, no merge. No merge. Stop talking and more. We need less talking and more signing. But Corey, in all seriousness, having seen that, I am excited for the future that Velora has and what that means for streamers. I'm interested in whatever the Alliance does, but I'm more excited by what this now means for Velora. By neglecting, or not neglecting, by being rejected because of very legitimate concerns about what the Alliance actually is, and by deeper diving and seeing those comments from Angel in those public chats, you have a very good position to stand on. And I'm personally, because I've chosen your platform as my home, I'm proud that you didn't cave in and give in to that. And I'm happy that you stood on your ground and said, no, unless you can answer these questions and be transparent about it, we're not signing up to that. And I would encourage anyone with any questions to ask Corey, because you've seen him in my chat here tonight. He is approachable. He is on the level. He will answer you. So if you have any questions about this, I'm sure you can direct them at Corey. Run until you fly. You can find him. And again, join up to Velora.tv while you still can. Get your handle, park it, let all the dust settle, and when it comes time to using it, at least you've got yourself your handle over there on Velora.tv. Come over to the GivesAMinute for a while and hang out. We stream here every now and then. So those red flag signals were definitely valid, Flosky. 100%, man, 100%. I will say I do not have plans to join the Alliance currently, and likely not even if the questions were answered at this point. I mean, it seems like if at the onset you're being corralled and like pressured into doing, like into signing just to get the press release out, is there any reason for such urgency? Like, did that press release have to go out on the 12th or whatever it was. I don't think it did, right? Like, there's nothing else in the industry happening aside from Twitch and the AI stuff, but there's nothing else that's definitively date stamped where no one else is bringing out an alliance to counteract the Beam Alliance, right? The Global Livestreaming Alliance. No one else is doing, so there's no real urgency. They, like, Beam could have chilled on it and said, okay, well, we really want Velora to be part of this, so what are their concerns? Let's send a person, figuratively, let's send a person to deal with Corey and get him on board. We need Velora. Let's get them on board. Let's address those concerns, and then we move on with this alliance. That's what they should have done. Instead, they pressured you, and then when they went ahead and announced, they didn't even change their PR. They just left it as it was and sent that shit out. They said, send it, and it's gone. And then when people asked legitimately those questions, Angel came out in public and flamed you guys, made you look like, bullied you, like lame approach from the CEO. Lame. So my take on it is I am happy that you declined on the grounds that we've seen tonight. And I will watch from a distance as things roll out with this alliance, whatever it means. I'm a streamer. I'm meant to be somehow benefiting from it. Let's find out. Let's see how that does actually happen. Or is this just a play from Beam to acquire more platforms and build their own empire? We don't know. It's too early to tell. Also, before I wrap this up here, thank you for hanging out with me on the stream. This is the first time I've used my own chat. There are some things that need to be done. I do believe that I'm going to have to change some font sizes there and do a little tweakage when it comes to this and that, but I'm so stoked that this is working. My ambition with my chat overlay at some point, probably not for a bunch of months because I'm going on a road trip, but my ambition is to get this out there for everybody else to use as well if they wanted to use it. They don't have to, but I've made something that you guys may benefit from. Maybe I should form my own alliance and every streamer can benefit. I'm going to form my own alliance with GivesAMinute and photography, but I'm gonna be my, now I'm talking shit. Hey, thanks for being here, folks. Cheers. See you guys on the flip side, which will be tomorrow. I'll see you streaming soon. Thanks, Corey. Thanks for hanging out with me. I know it's late for you guys. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you, man. Gives you be a good leader. Not of nothing though. I just talk too much, man. Every night, building up a sway. I got a sexy haircut though. Oh, look at this bit at the back. That's funny. Don't forget to farkle in the chat, folks. There it is. Farkle in the chat. Bringing laughs to the grind. Using the vibe, surfing waves,